Today we are going to discuss EC2 instance creation. So, previous class we discussed about AWS account creation, right? So, try to complete AWS account creation as early as possible. Okay. So, today we'll discuss about how can we create EC2 instance create. Okay. So, this EC2 instance is nothing but virtual machine. What we are doing is we are going to create a virtual machine in the virtual server from Amazon Web Services, and we'll do the practice on top of this server only. We are not going to install any softwares in our laptop or PC. Okay, so for that reason, we have to create a EC2 instance, and once we created EC2 instance to connect to our virtual server, cloud server, we are going to use git patch. Okay, so by using the git patch, we'll try to connect to our virtual server. Okay, so today we'll see how can we install git bash. We have to install git bash. Once git bash is installed, we can connect to the cloud server. Okay, virtual machine or cloud server or EC2 instance. So once we connected to our virtual machine, we will work on the Linux. So this is today's agenda. Now coming to the EC2 creation. So I already have account. I'm going to log in into my account. So this is the page, right? aws.amazon.com. So this page we have to go. I already have account. I'm trying to log in into my account. Now once you logged in, you can see this dashboard. So here on the left side top, you can see services. So many services will be there. So we will have services like analytics services, blockchain, compute services, containerization services, database services. Okay. So like the different services we can see, storage related services. Okay. So out of this, we need EC2 instance. Okay. So for this, search for EC2. Search for EC2. When you search for EC2, you can see EC2 here. That is a virtual servers in the cloud. EC2 is nothing but electronic compute cloud. That is the full form of EC2. Okay, electronic compute cloud. So EC2 is a virtual server. Okay, so click on EC2. Now, this is the EC2 dashboard. So you can see instances, running instances, dedicated hosts, so all instances information, load balancers. So many things you can see here. So no need to bother about this. So click on instances. In the third row, you can see instances. Click on instances. So as of now, we don't have any instances, right? So here instance is nothing but our clouds. Now what we have to do is we have to create the cloud server. Okay. So to create the cloud server, on the right top, you can see launch instance. So click on launch instance. Now for our instance, we have to give some name. So I'm giving the name as, so we are going to work on Linux, right? I'm giving the name as Linux. Okay. So this is the name I am giving. Okay. So we can give any name. It is up to us. There is no restriction in giving the name to our instance. Once we have given name to our instance, after that we have to select Amazon Mission Image AMI. Okay, so AMI denotes different types of operating systems. Okay, so which type of operating system we need for our virtual machine? So that operating system we have to select. So you can see different flavors of operating systems available here. So Amazon Linux, Mac OS, Ubuntu Linux, Windows, Red Hat Linux. Okay, so SUSE Linux, like that. Different flavors of operating systems you can see. So in our case, we are going to select Ubuntu Linux. Okay, so why we are selecting Ubuntu Linux means, so in real time, most of the cases you are going to work on Ubuntu Linux only. Okay, so that is the reason we are selecting Ubuntu Linux as our operating system. Okay, so you can see Red Hat Linux also. So if you are familiar with Ubuntu Linux, no need to bother about Red Hat Linux. Only few commands will change between Ubuntu and Red Hat Linux. Okay, so select Ubuntu Linux. So after that, uh, go to instance type. Okay, so under instance type, you can see different families of instances. You search here. If you click on the arrow, down arrow, you can see T2 nano, T2 micro, T2 small. So like that, these are the T2 family instances, and you can see T3 family instances, okay, C5 family instances. So different types of instances you can see here. The difference between one instance and another instance is the CPU and memory. Okay, CPU and memory. Now, if you see this particular instance, C5 is like this. So this is a C5A 2x large. So what is the configuration of this instance? This instance configuration is 8 millicore CPU, 16 gigabyte memory. Okay. So this is the configuration. If we select this instance, we are going to get. Okay, but we don't need that much of CPU, that much of memory to do our practice. Okay, so for that purpose, what we are doing is we are going to select T2 micro. Okay, so T2 micro is the free tier eligible. So what is the configuration of this T2 micro? You see here. So this T2 micro has just here, observe here. So this T2 micro has 1 millicore CPU and 1 gigabyte memory. Okay, 1 GB memory. So this is sufficient for us to do the practice. So here, while selecting the instance type, you have to, it is recommended to select free tier eligible. Okay, so T2 micro is free tier eligible. So if you select some other instance other than T2 micro, okay, you select any instance other than T2 micro, so T2 X large, whatever it is. Okay, so if you go with the T2 X large, it will have 4 millicore CPU, 16 gigabyte memory, and for this particular instance, we have to pay the charges. This is not free tier eligible. Okay, so while selecting the instance type, we have to select free tier eligible instance. Okay, free tier eligible instance. Free tier eligible instance is T2 micro. Okay, so just select a T2 micro only. So if you select any other instance, you are going to get the charges. Okay, select a T2 micro only in the instance type. You can see here a free tier eligible option you can observe. Okay. Once you selected a T2 micro, so after that you have to select key pair. So key pair, we can use a key pair to securely connect to our virtual server. Okay, so to connect to our virtual server securely, we have to use the key pair. Okay, so now, so if we already have key pair, we can use existing key pairs. If we don't have key pair, we can create the new key pairs also. In my case, you see, so still I don't have any key pairs. Okay, so now try to create the key pair. So to create the key pair, click on create new key pair. Okay, so on the right side you can see that option, right? So click on create new key pair. You trying to create a key pair, we have to provide the name for the key pair. I'm giving the name of the key pair as so 30. So this is the name of the key pair I'm giving, and the key pair type don't change anything here, and private key file format .pem is enough. Okay, so don't change key file format also. Now create key pair. Try to create key pair. Okay. Click on create key pair. So once you click on create key pair, the key .pem key will be downloaded. Okay, .pem key will be downloaded. What you have to do is you have to secure this .pem key in a secure location. So if you lose this key, you cannot retrieve the key. So for that reason, so once you got the PEM key, just secure that key in a secure location. Okay. So click on create key page. You can see .pem file got downloaded. Now go to the downloads. So this is the key, right? SSID 310724. What I'm doing is I'm going to cut this. I am going to one of the folder. So this is the folder I'm using. So just paste here. Okay. So I'm saving my key in this particular folder MKS SSIT 300724. In this folder I am saving my key. Okay, because I need this key in future to connect to our virtual server. I need this key. Through this key only we can connect. For that reason I am saving this. And so you can see key pair name we are using as SSIT 310724. Okay, and after that no need to change any other settings. So just to go with the default settings only. So as of now no need to change other settings. And on the left side you can see number of instances equal to 1. So as of now one server is sufficient. Now on the right bottom, okay, on the right bottom you can see launch instance. Okay, on the right bottom you can see launch instance. So click on the launch instance. Once you click on launch instance, our virtual server will be created. Okay, so click on launch instance. So our virtual server created. Now go to the instances. So here you see this is the name we have given, right? Linux 6 AM. Okay, so this is the name we have given, right? Now so our instance is in pending state. So you see instance is in running state. Okay, now what we did is we created our instance. Thanks for watching this video. For more videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel.